Hi everyone, my name is Mariana. In this video, I'm going to give you a comparison of sleeping on a mattress and sleeping on a cot. I'm just going to give you the pros and cons for each situation and just basically help you make a decision when you're choosing what to sleep on when you go tent camping. So let's talk about a mattress first. There are a few positives and a few negatives about it. The number one positive is it's inexpensive. I'm just using a mattress that's about this wide. You could buy it at Walmart. Queen size is about maybe $20 or less. A king size might be $5 more. You could get it in twin or full. So they're very inexpensive. That's one thing. Number two, they're easy to pack up. You can roll them up, put it away. It's lightweight. It's easy to set it up. You just need a pump and you pump it up. You could have a 6-year-old child do it for you. They could help set up camp. So that's a great thing. Let's say you are sleeping with your wife, husband, girlfriend, whatever, or even you have little children and you want to sleep with them. You just buy a queen size mattress or a king size mattress, right? The whole family can fit on it and snuggle and have a good night's sleep. You can't do that with your cot. Your cot is a one-person cot. That's it. Now you could buy a 2-person cot. They make these double-sized ones. Much more expensive. Based on what I've seen, they're still not that big, so you might have trouble with that. So if you have a family and you guys want to sleep together, I would say go with the mattress. My dogs used to take over my mattress, so when I switched to a cot, I was actually kind of happy because they had their place on the ground and I had my place on my bed, and I said, okay, order is restored. This is much better. But that's not that big of a deal as if we're talking about families, right? Mattress will be taking up less room. So in this tent, this is supposed to be a 6-person tent, but I always disagree with that. I could actually have 3 mattresses, twin size 1-person mattresses. I could have 3 right here and that would work. We could have 1 more over there, but 3 comfortably. Or I could have a queen size and a twin, so basically 3 people, right? But if I was to put a cot here, first of all, it would already be up here, and this tent, most tents, the walls are not straight. They're going to kind of go in, so you lose a little bit of room. So in this tent, you could comfortably put in 2 cots, and that's it. So a cot will always take up more room, and you will have more room to work with when you have a mattress. The first negative is that it will not really provide you as much insulation as you would think. So if it's cold outside, even if it's not that cold, that layer of air is not going to give you as much insulation as you think. So don't be surprised if you wake up cold. Now, this negative can be overcome by buying a good sleeping bag, and then you don't have this problem. The second negative is, I think it's a big one for me, is that your air mattress can just give out at any moment. It can pop, it can just deflate, have a big hole in it. Somehow you scraped it, or it just got old, and now your camping trip in a way is kind of ruined because you have to sleep on the ground. And it's not going to happen right away. It's not going to happen too often, but after 6 months or maybe 9 months or a year, it's when you least expect it. It can and it probably will happen, and there's really nothing you can do to avoid it. I was always careful with my mattresses, and then one time it just had this long slit and there's nothing you could do. So it was just the end of my mattress. So you could get a backup mattress, but I think that's just a little bit too much hassle, and you probably will not do it because trip after trip after trip, everything works out, and then you're not gonna think about that. So that's a big negative. The other big negative, which is a big one for me as well, is that when you choose your campsite, you try to get something completely level. That's not always possible. And with a mattress, even if it's just a little bit on the slope, you can't fix it. If you put something under your mattress, it's not gonna all of a sudden tilt. The mattress will take its shape, right? And I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but the mattress will still be a little bit on a slope, and that's not the best situation. So the one thing I would say is if you do have to sleep a little bit on a slopey area, make sure you do it make sure your head is in the highest area and then your body goes down, because you might slide down a little bit at night and then you have to, you know, slide back up, which is okay, but you don't want to wake up and have your face all puffy, and you know, it's really not good for you. You don't want everything to come up towards your chest and your face. So make sure your head is on the higher ground, and if you're slopey to the side, well, it's a little bit annoying. You keep waking up and have to, you know, scoot back up on your mattress. This happened to me this last night. I was actually using this mattress and it was just a little bit slopey. It wasn't too bad, so that's not that bad. If you can find an even ground, then this is not a problem, right? So overall, a mattress is pretty good. One more negative, this applies to someone who, let's say, a little bit older. They might have trouble getting up, you know, their back might hurt by doing all that. Then it's going to be harder for them to get up from the mattress. It's almost like getting up from the ground. So you want to consider that. The cot will solve a lot of your problems that you might have with your mattress, but it can pose some new problems. The positive is it solves one problem. Even if you are on an extreme slopey area, you can actually fix this situation, because you have the 4 legs, and all you have to do is get a level. You could buy it from the 99-cent store and you put it on, and you could see which way it's, you know, up or down, right? You can just put a piece of wood on leg to even it out, and then you put it on the sideways, and then you put it on the length, and then you do the same thing. So you really just need 2 pieces of wood. I actually have one with me at all times, so I don't have to look for something, and that way you could make sure your cot is completely level. So for me, that was a big decision-making point. The other thing is, like I said, the mattress doesn't really insulate that much. The cot does. The cot will give you about this much room of air, much better than this much of air in a mattress. You can put your bags under it, you could put crates, different things. It will actually fill up that area, making it even better. So that will fix that problem. And even if you sleep without a tent, you can actually put something under, even if it's snow. I have done that before. I actually packed a little snow underneath. That was actually good insulation, better than nothing. The cot is super comfortable. It is completely tight and flat and firm, and it feels like a bed. And like I said, if somebody has trouble getting up off the floor, it's basically like sitting on a bed. It's as close to a bed as possible. It's a little bit more expensive, but I wouldn't say too much. My cot was, I think, $40, so that's not bad, but you can buy cots for $100, $200. I assume they are probably better quality. But the big negative for me about the cot is that they make them so tight, it's impossible for me to put it together the way I'm supposed to. So you fold it and everything, and then you have the length, and then you have 2 poles on one end and one on the other end. And one end I can put it in. The other one, you have to put it in the casing of the fabric, right? It does not stretch. I cannot do it. I need this much room, and I have never been able to do it. And I had that cot for about 2 years, and I had sometimes guys camp with me and they put it together, but even they were complaining like, oh my gosh, this is hard. I'm going to put up on this screen a summary of the pros and cons of mattresses and the pros and cons of cots. But what you want to do is look at it, think about it, maybe listen to people. They give you their own experiences and their own advice, and then make a decision and go with it. And if you feel that it's, you know, not the right one, it just didn't work out for you, everybody's different, then just hold on to it. You never know. You might be going back and forth. I have used a mattress for 2 years, then I switched to a cot for 2 years, and then I wanted to use a mattress tonight, but I think I'm going back to my cot. It's always good to have backup plans just in case for whatever kind of camping trips you're doing. So these are my tips for choosing your sleeping arrangements when you go camping. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully these little tips were helpful to you. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions or any comments, anything, leave me a comment below and I will definitely answer. Thank you so much. I will see you next time.